All right, so in this video, I'll be showing you how to use the Google Gemini Flash 1.5 package in your existing or new packages, okay? So the first thing you want to do is get an API key from Google, okay? And aistudio.google.com/app/API key will give you that API key. And I'm just going to hit create API key, okay? And then I have to pick a project. So let's put it here. That's where I usually put all my API keys. And it's generating one. All right, so it generated one. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the keys page, and then we're going to add a new Google Gemini key, okay? So we're going to do custom service, and then for the domain, we're actually going to use the domain that they provide. So this is the domain we want, generativelanguage.googleapis.com. Okay, so we're going to copy that domain, all right? And the connection type is going to be build a request. Okay, so we're going to build a request here, and we're going to press the green button, and then we're going to look for query string. In their documents, they say you need a query string called key, and then you need to supply your API key, okay? So we're going to call this key, and then the value is going to be our API key, which we can get here. All right, so we'll plug that there, and now we can call this our Google Gemini 1.5 key, okay? So we'll save that. Perfect, so now we can actually use it in a package. So let's create a new package, and let's call this one Google Gemini test, okay? Perfect, and now we'll create this, okay? So we're gonna right click and go to package, and then we're gonna search for Google Gemini Flash 1.5, which is right up there. I'm going to name this Google Gemini, all right? And all we have to supply is a prompt, okay? And the prompt can be anything, okay? So for the purposes of this package, we're just going to add Google Gemini for the template. Last step as the name of the finish node. All right, so if we run this, let's add a prompt. What color is the sky, okay? So if we run this, there's no input, so it'll always run that prompt, okay? So let's run this, and all right, so that is basically it, okay? And if we wanted to, add an input and not hard code the prompt, we can do this instead. So we can call this prompt. We can call this whatever you want. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling today? And then we can change our prompt to use that. So let's say, give some advice to someone that tells you how they are feeling today. How I'm feeling today. How are you? And advice. All right. So as you can see with this prompt, I'm telling Google Gemini to give some advice based on someone asks how they feel. So how am I feeling today? I'm feeling great. Great, because packages now has Gemini inside of it. All right, so let that run, and then we get our result back. All right. Cool, so it gives a nice answer there. Okay, so just to recap, okay, that's how you use Gemini in packages. This is the first LLM node where you have to bring your key, right? You have to bring your key. The LLM node in packages only currently supports out of the box, let's see, ChatGPT and Claude, okay? But I do want to allow you to, I do want to not get in the habit of supporting every LLM, because every company is going to have one, So if you want to use an LLM like Google's Gemini's, you're going to have to bring your own API key, or you can build your own package with Google Gemini. Okay, so yeah, that's how you use it. You could also clone the Google Gemini package if you want to see how it works inside. It is clonable. So yeah, if you have any questions, post them in the Facebook group. But I hope this video helps with the setup, which involves going to the keys page, adding a new key, going to custom service, picking the right domain, which is outlined on this page, okay? So this is the domain that you want to use, and then change the connection type to build request, key for the query, and then the value is going to be your API key, all right? And it should work perfectly. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, sorry, there's one last step that you actually have to do that I didn't highlight. So when you run this package, all right, if it's failing, you need to make sure that you check off the Google Gemini key, okay? That's very important because without it, it'll fail. So if I uncheck all the Google related API keys, this will fail, okay? So instead, before I run it, I need to make sure that I check off Google Gemini key, all right? And now when I run it, it will be successful, all right? So again, I hope that helps. Ask any questions you have in the Facebook group, and have a great day, all right?